But let's talk about the United States of America, where I'll tell you what, it's morning in America. It used to be Ronald Reagan's phrase, and it looks like it's morning in America again, because Trump and Musk are becoming the big double act. I mean, J.D. Vance is technically the vice president-elect, but you've got to say Elon Musk, the richest man in the world, has hosted Donald Trump down there at SpaceX, watching the launch of, I think, the 6th SpaceX rocket in as many months. And there's Donald Trump wearing his MAGA hat, looking for all the world like this is the greatest partnership I've ever had with anybody, including several of my wives. So it's all going very well for Donald Trump, and it's all going very well for Elon Musk as well. And I think we've got LaDonna Harvey here to tell us just how it's affecting morning in America. LaDonna, very good morning to you.
And a very good morning to you. I
mean, I hasten or I hesitate perhaps to ask if you remember the Ronald Reagan years. I'm not sure you do. I mean, I certainly do. Yes. I was there.
So was I, strangely.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, it was a simpler time, wasn't it?
It really was. I mean, Ronald Reagan was also very polarizing, but not in the way of Donald Trump. Right. Donald Trump loves to poke the bear. It's one of his very favorite things to do. Reagan was a little bit more even-handed in his demeanor, I suppose, is a good way to put that. He wasn't as quick to rise to bait, and he wasn't as quick to jab at the opposite side.
Right. Although he did famously make that speech, didn't he, in Berlin, where he urged Gorbachev to tear down this wall, Mr. Gorbachev. I mean, that was pretty direct.
Very direct, but not in an antagonistic way, the way that Donald Trump would say it, which is, I really think that you should tear down this wall. Well, you know what? Maybe I'll just tear down this wall. Maybe that's what I'll do.
Yeah, right, exactly. You're fired or something like that. But, I mean, there is this bromance brewing between Elon Musk and Donald Trump, which is worrying quite a lot of people over here. I mean, not the kind of people I worry about, because I think it's great. But Elon Musk, the world's most powerful and richest man, who seemingly can send rockets up to space at a whim whenever he feels like it, is quite extraordinary.
It is, and it's not a partnership that I think prior to this election you would have looked at and went, well, that makes a lot of sense. Right. It doesn't make a lot of sense. Right. But they both have a kind of an outliers look at what they think America should be, what they believe we should be doing. And, the Luddites among us want to stop Elon Musk from putting satellites up in the air, up in the sky, I should say, not the air. Obviously, the atmosphere, it's a little bit beyond that. But they would like to kind of slow him down and stop him. And Donald Trump's like, no, get him up there.
No, I think that's right. Well, I think we've got another bit of audio that we can watch. This is a bit of video, actually, I should say. SpaceX splashing down. Have a look at this.
The super heavy booster. And same pattern, 13 engines will light. Gone down to 3, just as we expected. And what an incredible view of splashdown that we got today. Oh, super heavy. Yeah, I'm sure.
So that one's just gone into the sea, presumably. It hasn't gone into the sort of the chopstick capture manoeuvre that we know so much about. As you can see, I'm not a scientist, so but I mean, I look at this stuff and just go, it's amazing. I can't explain it, really. And people look at it in the same way. They go, wow, that is amazing. And I think the more satellites, the better. The more free speech, the better, surely. The more kind of, communication devices that we all have, the better.
I think a lot of people would agree with that. There are concerns about the debris in space. He does have a lot of those Starlink satellites up around the International Space Station, up around the entire planet.
Have any of these people been to Los Angeles lately when they talk about debris in space?
Well, I mean, I've driven on the 5 in Los Angeles recently, so no, they haven't.
Yeah, I mean, they could start a little closer to home if they want to clean up the planet,
That's quite true. Elon Musk just makes people crazy, and I don't know why. Right. He's a great innovator. He takes companies that have a good idea and he turns them into great ideas. Yeah. So I don't see the problem.
And he's an absolute one-off. He might even be. You might describe him as a bit of an eccentric, but he's a character. He's more of that, please, and less of the Keir Starmers of this world and the Joe Bidens. By the way, before I let you go, what's Biden up to? He seems to have suddenly woken up from his slumber of the last 4 months and decided he wants to send a load of arms over to Ukraine.
Right. Not really sure what's going on with that because it was a little bit of a surprise. There has been a lot of hobbling of Ukraine by Western governments saying, well, we'll let you fight this war, but we'll only let you fight it our way.
Right.
And now it's like, you know what? Give them the stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. It's almost like, Black Friday's coming up. It's, closing down sale. Have a few missiles, some landmines. Do you fancy any more, like helicopter gunships? I mean, what's going on?
I have no idea. And I'm not, it's what's funny is when you talk to Democrats, some are okay with the war, supporting the war on the Ukraine side, and some are adamantly against it. I think it's a party kind of divided by what it thinks should happen. But I think that, if anybody has ever given a thought to what the USSR, talk about dating ourselves, used to be like, I don't think it's a good idea to get the band back together.
No.
And
I think
stopping him from doing that would be a great idea.
Yes, I think that's probably wise, but difficult to know exactly how to do it. But LaDonna, good to talk to you. Thanks very much indeed. LaDonna Harvey over there in KOGO in San Diego.